Let's go, Niner fans. How we doing? It's Friday, Prediction Friday. And you know what? The 49ers have some good news today instead of bad news. The 49ers obviously have a big, massive game against the Chiefs coming up on Sunday's Super Bowl rematch. But you know what? First and foremost, the big news of the day, Ricky Pearsall, the rookie, the first-round draft pick, Ricky Pearsall will be activated tomorrow, and he will make his NFL debut on Sunday against the Chiefs. Unbelievable. I just can't believe it. It's fantastic news. It's amazing. Wow. Ricky, baby. Slick Rick. You know, I saw a little video on Twitter on NBC Authentic. I think he was practicing a little celly with Brandon Ayuk. I'm telling you, if Brandon Ayuk has a big game and Ricky Pearsall has a big game, that's going to be great for the 49ers. If Ricky Pearsall gets a touchdown on his first NFL game after getting shot 6 weeks ago, it's going to be insane. Like, I don't think you're going to be able to hear anything. Like, this is going to be a monumental return. Like, this is great for Ricky. Just amazing story. We all know he got shot, blah, blah, all the stuff that happened, and it's been horrible. But the fact that he's able to make a recovery and he's going to play Sunday is amazing. Like, he may not even catch a pass. He might have a big game. Who knows? Whatever he does, it's just the fact that he's out there it's remarkable. So shout out to Ricky Pearsall. Many Men is going to be bouncing everywhere on any post you see. And the great thing about Ricky Pearsall is it's just going to give this team a lot of energy. And they need it against the Chiefs because this is the one team that's really had the 49ers, number. It's their kryptonite, right? And I feel like the 49ers need a little jolt, and Ricky Pearsall is going to give them that jolt. So amazing news. Kyle Shanahan talked to the media today, and he said, Ricky Pearsall, he's cleared. He'll be full go Sunday, NFL debut. Unbelievable news. I'm hyped up. I hope everybody else is. I'm sure you guys are. Make sure you guys hit that like button, all that good stuff. But I'm excited. I don't know what you guys are feeling, but I am so juiced. And you know what? I want to talk about some of the other injuries, and we'll get back to Ricky. But let's talk about it. So Ricky Pearsall, he's cleared. He's good to go. He's playing on Sunday, NFL debut. Jordan Mason, he's also cleared. He sprained his AC joint earlier in the week, right? We all heard about that. He was limited in practice all week. He's off the injury report, and he's going to play Sunday. Big news for the 49ers. Jordan Mason will be playing. Other news. Jawan Jennings is out due to a hip injury. So Jawan's out, but guess what? The 49ers, they have Ricky Pearsall. He's going to take the place of, Jawan Jennings, really. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be a great debut for Ricky Pearsall. But it is tough that, Jawan Jennings is going to be out. Because the last time Jawan Jennings played the Chiefs, he was almost the Super Bowl MVP. So it's frustrating. It is frustrating to see Jawan Jennings on the injury report. But next man up, the 49ers, they have to do what it takes. And you know what? That's the NFL. But the good news is Deebo Samuel is off the injury report. He had his wrist injury, but he was limited during practice. He came back today without the blue non-contact jersey, and he is off the injury report, and he's good to go Sunday. So they got Deebo, they got Jordan Mason, they got the debut of Ricky Pearsall, they got George Kittle, who is having a great season, 5 touchdowns this year. And you want to know something about George Kittle and the tight ends. Tight ends are averaging the second most yards against Chiefs defenders. The Chiefs have given up the second most yards to tight ends this year. That's a good sign for George Kittle. I think George Kittle's due for a big game. I think this is going to be one of those big, oh my God, George Kittle's the best tight end in the league type of games. That's the vibe I get. So that's my opinion on it. So we'll see how it goes, though. A couple of other news, kicker news. The 49ers are going to put Matthew Wright on the injured reserve. That's actually kind of crazy that he's going on the injured reserve, but it is what it is. They're going to play Matthew Wright on the injured reserve, and Anders Carlson is going to be elevated from the practice squad tomorrow. So you'll see an update tomorrow that Anders Carlson will be activated from the practice squad to the active roster. They're going to put Matthew Wright on the injured reserve. He had the shoulder injury. Kyle thought he was going to be able to go this week, but obviously no. Third kicker in 3 weeks. It's kind of sucks. I hope the 49ers don't have to go down to a last-minute kick because I will be stressed. We did talk about it. Jordan Mason is full go. Ricky Pearsall, he is good to go. He's going to make his NFL debut. We talked about Jawan Jennings has officially been ruled out and questionable. Kevin Givens, he had a groin injury this week. He came back to practice today, but he will be questionable. And then Darrell Luter, who had a pelvis injury, he's questionable as well. So those are your injuries for the day. Again, Juwan Jennings out. Kevin Givens, questionable with the groin. Darrell Luter, questionable with the pelvis. Deebo Samuel, off the injury report. He will play. Matthew Wright will go on the injured reserve, and Anders Carlson will be activated from the practice squad. Jordan Mason is a full go, and Mooney Ward is actually a full go. He came back to practice yesterday as a full participant, and he's off the injured list. He'll be playing this week. Niners need him. Mooney Ward against his former team. This is good. Good news. And, of course, the debut of Ricky Pearsall. I think that's what's got everybody just, like, hyped out of their mind, man. So hyped up. My man Julius says Carlson is the brother of the Raiders kicker. He is. Renee says, what's up? You have to attend this game to represent us. I'm going to the game. I made a business decision. I'm going Sunday. I will be there to see the debut of Ricky Pearsall. Like, I got to go. This is a generational game. This is going to be one of those games that you're going to remember for your whole life. And it's like, oh, my God, I was there to see the debut of Ricky Pearsall, and I got to be there. I need to go get some Ricky Pearsall swag, honestly. I don't know if they got some shirts or something. Anybody out there got some – somebody – needs to start making some Ricky Pearsall merch, because that might be the next big, merchandise to get. I think everybody's going to go out and get a 14 jersey, especially out in the Bay. The 14 jersey, them Cardinals are going to get them Ricky jerseys, man. It's going to go dope. I'm hyped up, man. I can't wait to go get me some Ricky merch. I got to support my boy, and it's going to be great, man. I'm excited to go to this game on Sunday. So Ricky, many men. Let's go, Ricky. Let me roll with you, says Tom. Hop on down. Let's go. You know what's going to be crazy? Showboat says Pearsall going to score a touchdown before BA. Could you imagine if Ricky Pearsall, he hasn't been in the league all season. He got shot in the chest, recovering from the unbelievable incident. And if he gets a touchdown before Brandon Ayuk, that'd be crazy. That'd be actually crazy work. So that'd be crazy, man. Can you imagine that? That would be wild. I'm excited for Ricky P, man. Renee says the 49ers are winning Sunday. I think so. I hope they are. I really feel like the energy is just good this week. All the players been saying the good things. If you saw like all the posts, right? Just they've been vibing. They've been saying the right things. They're not trying to let. They're not trying to let last week's game or last year's game, take them down. I know it's hard. I know we can watch the game and it's painful to watch the film again, or you see highlights and you're a little bit triggered. But in the NFL, you kind of wash it away. And that's what George said. He says, we understand we lost the game, but we can't dwell on it. And the Niners, they know they have to be ready for this next game. And I really feel at the bottom of my heart, like I feel with everything in I just feel the Niners are going to get the monkey off their back and they're going to beat the Chiefs. Finally, they're going to finally beat them. If they don't, we'll be a little upset. But I just think there's so much going on for the 49ers. The Chiefs are banged up just like the Niners, man. They're going to be out without one of their big pass rushers. He's not going to be there. Juju Smith is questionable, but he should be playing according to Andy Reid. So this was the big report. D-end Mike Dana has been ruled out for Sunday, and this is one of their better, edge rushers on the Chiefs. So that's big injury. That's a big injury for the Chiefs, and they've been banged up. They do still have great players. They still have Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. Like, you can't count out Mahomes or anything. It's funny because this year Mahomes hasn't really got off to a great start, and people are starting to discredit Mahomes. Not me, man. At the end of the day, we can sit here and we could hate Patrick Mahomes all we want, but he's unbelievable, man. He is like the marker for quarterbacks. 3-time Super Bowl champion. He's a 2-time MVP of the league. And the guy's great, and he's had a slow start, but he's still Patrick Mahomes. He's still the top-tier quarterback. And regardless, you can't give this man a second chance, a third chance. You can't give him extra time. And it's going to be tough to play Patrick Mahomes. I got a lot of respect for him. I love what Brock Purdy said last night. They asked him, do you compare yourself to Patrick Mahomes? Do you think that you're like him? Are you like an equal, or do you think that you want to be like him and ascend to the top like him? And Brock Purdy said, I am who I am. I'm Brock Purdy. I don't compare myself to Mahomes or anybody. I love that answer. It was a great answer. And a lot of people didn't like the question. They're like, why are you asking him that? I thought it was a great question because really all week, everybody's been comparing Patrick Mahomes and Brock Purdy. You've seen a lot of posts and it shows Mahomes stats, Brock Purdy stats, and people are like, oh, Purdy's just as good as Mahomes. And da-da-da-da. At the end of the day, Mahomes is the guy that everybody's going to be compared to. If you're a good quarterback and you're trying to move up to the top of the ladder, you're going to be compared to Patrick Mahomes. I thought it was a great question, and I love how Brock answered it. He was like, I am who I say I am. It's kind of like Eminem, but a little different, right? Remember Eminem was like, I am whoever that you say I am. But this time Brock was like, I am who I am. I'm not trying to compare myself to anybody, and I'm trying to win games for the 49ers. This guy's so mature. I love how he handles himself with the media. It's unbelievable. So, yeah, it was a great question. Mahomes is great. This team's going to be, in the right mindset. I really think this team's going to have the right mindset. And, Steve Spilangelo, Chiefs defensive coordinator, we all saw yesterday how he gave Brock all the flowers in the world. So he doesn't have a weakness. He's so good. He was glazing Brock Purdy, and Brock didn't fall for it. Brock said, look, I got a lot to work on. Don't worry about it. I still know I got a lot of weaknesses. They were trying to soften up Brocky, trying to make sure he's like, he's gushing at me. Am I that good? Brock knows. He's like, I can't be going into this game soft. I got to stay strong. I got to know that I got to attack him because Chiefs are going to come right at him. Chiefs got the best defensive coordinator in the NFL. Absolutely. So it's going to be a battle. But I think the 49ers right now, mentally, they're in a good space. And that is the biggest thing coming into this game because last year they lost the Super Bowl to this team. And mentally, I'm sure they were so torn up after that game. But now I really feel that this team is going to have a good mindset coming into Sunday. You got the return of Ricky Pearsall, giving them the energy. It's over, baby. Over, baby. Oh, man. Let's see. Let's take a look at some of these questions. You guys have a lot of good questions while I was ranting and yapping. Let's take a look at some of your guys' questions. Appreciate everybody that's in the chat today. We got a good chat today. We got a lot of people. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's see. Michelle says, hey, what's up, Michelle? Supreme says the stadium is going to be loud. The stadium is going to be rocking. It's going to be absolutely insane. I can't wait to see it. Oh, let's see. Crosby to the Niners. That'd be nice, says Showboat. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think the Raiders would ever give the team anything, to benefit themselves. I could see Max Crosby going to maybe Detroit. Tom Lewis says he can't come out to many man. Brian Robinson already did. It doesn't matter. Brian Robinson did it. So can Ricky Pearsall. Renee says the 49ers need to have you come out with the team with the boombox. I would love to see that myself. Absolutely. Yeah. Renee says, are we favored to win? We're favored to win by 1 point. We're a 1-point favorite on most of the books right now. And we right now, the 49ers Chiefs, the over-under is at 47 points. So if you're making your predictions, think about that over-under. It should be around there. I got it as 24-21 Niners. So if you think about that, I got the under. That's that 45 points. It's just under the 47. So did Nick Sorensen unblock you? Yeah, he did. You think Pearsall, Julius says, you think Pearsall has a solo tunnel intro with Many Man? I think they'll have Ricky Pearsall be the last one out. I really do. I think they're going to make him the last guy out. I don't think he'll solo. He's going to go out with the team, but they're going to announce, like, here comes Debo, here comes Brock Purdy. And then I think they're going to have Ricky Pearsall have his own moment. He'll be the last guy out, and it's going to say, making his NFL debut from the Florida Gators, Ricky, number 14, Ricky Pearsall. And it's just going to go insane. It's going to be mind-shattering. It's going to be amazing. I think he's going to have the last intro, and it's going to be insane. The stadium's not going to shut up, and it's going to be amazing. And that energy is going to play into the game, and the Niners are going to ride that wave into a victory. That's it. That's it. Showboat says, Pearsall the new Rudy. Ricky. Oh, man. I cannot freaking wait. Let's take a look at some more questions. Pearsall, the new Rudy. Yeah, I like that one. 31-21 says Chris Teal. A lot will be surprised with this game. I hope so. Niner S says make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys to drop your predictions in the comments. Make sure you guys drop your predictions in the comments here, and we'll see. I got it 24-21 Niners. I'm excited for this game, man. I'm just juiced up. I really can't wait. I can't wait to be at the game. I was dreading this game all week, but as the week started to go by, as Monday turned into Tuesday, as Tuesday turned into Wednesday, et cetera, here we are at Friday. I'm like, I'm not worried about it. I just think the Niners are going to come out and dominate. Like the way they've handled themselves with the media. They had a couple extra days to rest. This team knows they have to beat the Chiefs. I know it's not going to be one of those games where they beat them, they win a championship. It's not the Super Bowl. They're not going to have confetti dropping. They're not going to have balloons everywhere and champagne, flowing. But it's going to be a good win for the 49ers. If they can finally get a monkey off their back, it's going to be a mental clarity game. And then you go to 4-3, you take on the Cowboys, you beat them, you're 5-3 into the bye week, and you are sitting exactly where you need to be. Now, if they lose and they go and beat the Cowboys next week, they'll be 4-4. That's not horrible, but 5-3 going into the bye week with a win over the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs is an amazing spot to be in. And I really, really, really hope that it comes down to that. I hope it happens, and I think it's going to happen. I'm really confident in the Niners this week. Now, special teams needs to be good this week. They have to really play good special teams, and I think Brock Purdy has to be protected all night, and they can't let him get, dominated by Chris Jones. That's the big pressure, and that's the big matchup. Could Chris Jones be neutralized? Are they going to give him the Aaron Donald treatment? And if they do, are they going to be able to make it work? Dominic Pooney, he's got a lot of pressure on him. He's played absolutely fantastic as a rookie, but going up against Chris Jones is a little different. He's one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL over the last several years, and they got their hands full. We know what Chris Jones did to the Niners several times, over the last couple of years, and it's not going to be easy to take down and neutralize the big bad Chris Jones. So we'll see. Julius says, I'll say this, if the game is called evenly, both sides, Niners should win. I agree. Renee says, I love Brock. He's a scrambling quarterback. My score is 30-27. I like the score, 30-27. She's taking the over. Let's go. 49ers red zone, 30-24. Julius Callaway says 26-20 Niners. Supreme has it 27-24. I like it. Let's see. Tom Lewis has 34-13 Niners. Okay. We got a beatdown from Tom. I like it. California man says, in my eyes, Brock Purdy is better than Patrick Mahomes. Wow. If that's the case, Brock Purdy is going to get a lot of money next offseason. I love Brock, man, and I think he's having a fantastic season. He is playing better than Patrick Mahomes. He's probably playing better than probably every quarterback, except maybe one or two, But I'm not ready to say he's better than Patrick Mahomes yet because he needs the hardware. He needs the Super Bowl. At least if he gets the ring, we can say that. But he's so good, man. He's so underrated. People don't want to give Brock the credit he deserves. So 49ers Red Zone says Krug is a living legend. He is. Love Larry Krueger. I love working with him on Tuesday nights, so it's always fun. Appreciate you, 49ers Red Zone. He says, look at the hat. Nice hat. Shout out to Gold Bar Whiskey. They got it right. This is a personalized Gold Bar Whiskey. Nobody else has one except me. It's 101. So appreciate that. Julius says Pooney will lock up Jones. Woo! I love it. I hope Dominic Pooney can lock up Chris Jones. This is his biggest matchup of his career. I know they're going to slide Chris Jones along that line. I know the Niners are going to try to get, Trent Williams and other guys matched up, but the Chiefs, if they're smart, they're going to line them up against the rookie or people that are weak on the Niners line. And I'm not saying Pooney's weak, but what they're going to try to do is they're going to exploit a rookie and see if he's up to the test, if he's up for the battle. And Pooney's been dominating this year. So I hope that he comes out of this game with a lot of confidence and a great, great, great game against the legend Chris Jones. He's good, and this is a good test for Dominic Pooney and the Niners offensive line. So Showboat says, I'm sure they're going to target the backup linebacker mismatch all day. It's going to be tough with the 49ers and the Chiefs. Their linebackers really aren't the best, and again, they're letting up a lot of yards to tight ends. But hey, Travis Kelce going up against Devondre Campbell, that's going to keep the Chiefs close in this game. And you know what? Fred Warner, he's going to have to do everything he can to get on Travis Kelce. But if you're the Chiefs and you're Andy Reid, you know how to move and manipulate the offense, and they're going to place Travis Kelce, and they're going to exploit the mismatch. Absolutely going to put him on Devondre Campbell if Devondre Campbell's there. And we're going to be a little irritated watching that. I hope it doesn't come and cost the Niners having Devondre Campbell in there. I hope they get little D Winters action in there. So Bosa will finally sack Mahomes. I think so. I really think Bosa's going to have a big game. Feliciano back? Not yet, but he says he's ready this week. He tweeted out. So I think Feliciano will be back very soon. I'm sure he feels good. He feels like he wants to play. but he hasn't been cleared yet. Going back to Nick Bosa, though, listen to this. He's got 18 pressures on the season. That's number 3 in the NFL. And the Chiefs have allowed, by their tackles haven't played as good as they usually do. They've allowed 23 pressures on the season. I think Bosa's in line for a big game, but we all know what happens when the Chiefs and the Niners play, especially Nick Bosa. This man gets held. He gets holded so much. He gets holded more than anything, more than anybody. We all see it. We see it. This man there's pictures where they're doing this on him. They're holding. Nick Bosa gets held all day long. So I hope the refs can call. It is what, at the end of the day, we can't sit here and say, oh, the refs are going to dictate this game. That's what happens, but the 49ers should not put themselves in a place where the refs call can cost them the game. I hope that's not the case. I hope that doesn't happen. So we'll see. Oh, man. King Libra. What's up, Rashad? Raj the King. I appreciate you, man. You're the man. I love you. King Libra says, be honest, my guy. Do you think Slick Rick will have an impact? He may not have a big game. This is the way I'm going to see it. This is why I think he'll have an impact. He may not have an impact in the game in terms of receiving and catching. This is his first game. I'm sure he's going to be nervous. I'm sure he's going to be hyped up. I'm sure he's going to be have every emotion. He's going to have so much energy. He's going to be mentally, I think he's going to be so exhausted after this game. I don't even think it's a physical thing until the next day. He's going to be like, oh, I'm tired. I think he's going to be mentally gassed out from all the emotions. But I think his presence will be an impact because it's going to give this team a lot of juice, a lot of energy. He's going to give them a jolt of energy. And I think that is why Ricky Pearsall will have an impact. He may not have 5 catches, 100 yards, or a touchdown. He may not have any of that stuff because he might be on a snap count. Kyle said he's full go. He's ready to go, right? So I think he could have a few plays, but this is his first NFL game against the Kansas City Chiefs, the best defensive coordinator in the NFL. I don't know if he's going to have a big game, but I still think he has an impact because his presence alone is going to give this team so much energy. That is a shot of adrenaline. No pun intended. That is a big jolt of adrenaline for this team. Holy smokes, this man was shot 6 weeks ago. He's here ready to play. I need to step up. I need to play. If I'm Kittle, if I'm Debo, if I'm any of these guys, I'm I can't be hurt. This man got shot in the chest. You know what I mean? So it's wow, holy shit, this guy is a dog. We got to step up. We got to win this game. And I think the team's going to rally around Ricky Pearsall. And that's why I think he will make an impact in that sense of the game. So, yeah, good stuff, man. King Lieber says, I'm so glad Mason and Debo good to go. Me too. I'm so happy. We need them. The Niners need them so bad. They need those guys. They got almost a full squad here. Obviously, no CMC, a couple other injuries here and there, but Niners are looking good. So, knock on wood, man. Knock on wood. Man, I can't wait. I'm going to answer a couple more questions and we're going to knock out. Let's see. Supreme says, do you think if Brock beats Patrick, Brock will be the highest paid quarterback next season? Even if he doesn't beat Patrick, I still think he's going to be the highest paid quarterback next season. The way he's playing this year, he's playing at such a high level. I think Brock is going to become the highest paid quarterback in the league next year. I really do. Rashad said, is Debo playing? Yes, he is. Which 49ers player will have the most solo tackles? Oh, wow. Probably, the easy answer is Fred because we all think he's the man, but they're going to run away from him. So whoever they're running towards, maybe Jair Brown, maybe he'll get a lot of action and he'll be out there, or Malik Mustafa. Maybe one of those guys will have the most tackles. It's a tough question. I would like to see Fred, but they're going to run away from Fred. Renee says, I hate to bring this up, but Kyle is the next Marv Levy. Oh, man, if we don't win a Super Bowl, I think they should reconsider Kyle. A lot of people do, but this is the thing, and I'm not anti, because I know people, fire Kyle or love Kyle. I don't care what your opinion is on Kyle. He's been good for the 49ers. He took over 2 really bad coaches, but if the 49ers don't win a Super Bowl and they get close again and they get rid of Kyle, who's going to replace him? That's the one question. It's who is it going to be? That's all I want to know. If the 49ers do get rid of Kyle, who would it be to replace him? It's not easy just to get a new coach, especially when the 49ers have had a winning culture, unless they just absolutely shit the bed and they go 3-14 down the stretch of the season, or they have 2 back-to-back seasons where they can't win 5 games. Yeah, then you got to get rid of the man. So Whew. Rashad says, hypothetically, if we lose against the Kansas City Chiefs, God forbid, what will we do? Trade? The Niners will make a trade regardless after this game. I think they're going to make sure they get some depth, but this game will really show them where they're at. The Niners are playing against the best team in the NFL right now, 5-0. Whether you want to believe that the Chiefs are the best or not, that's up to you. I still think they're the best team. Nobody, I know they've won some games that have been controversial, but they're still 5-0. They're still the Chiefs. I think they can knock any team out any given day. Niners probably can too, but they got to be a little bit more consistent and stop making mistakes. The 49ers are going to make a trade in a couple of weeks. I know they are. I have a good feeling. I just have a good feeling that the Niners are going to upgrade because they need to get over the stretch run and get over that hump. And the 49ers typically like to go and make their roster better when they have the opportunity. But this game is going to dictate who they're going to trade for, because if their defense shits the bed, they can't get pressure on Patrick Mahomes. If their offensive line sucks, if they need a running back, they're going to make one of those moves. Safety, maybe. I know they got Adrian Amos, but he's 31. I can't expect him to be an elite safety at this point of his career. So something will happen, and it all hinges on this game. I need the Niners to win. You guys need the Niners to win. I need you guys to hit the like button. I'll talk to y'all later. I will be back live with Bashar tonight. We'll make another prediction show like we usually do Friday nights, 5. I think it's going to be 8 p.m. Pacific. Y'all have a great rest of your day. I love you. Go Niners. Ricky Pearsall is back, baby! Woo! Peace.